Hey everyone, Jay here. I'm excited. I think. I'm not too sure. So tomorrow marks quite a significant day because tomorrow is the first day in the 9 months and 9 challenges challenge that I've actually set for myself. And I just want to give a little bit of context as to why I'm doing this. Why am I having these 9 challenges across 9 months? Well, one of the things you may or may not know about me is I'm someone who's always trying to hack my brain, trying to hack my body, and trying to perform at the best possible level. And there's certain things in life that I am very much human at. In other words, I suck at them. And so for me, one of the things I really wanted to do is implement change into my life. And the only way I know how to do that is to create positive habits. Habits that are implemented over the course of at least 30 days. Now, over the past kind of 12 months, I've made like huge changes to my day-to-day routine, from morning meditation to giving up caffeine to shifting to things like soy milk in my life. And I can honestly say that I've noticed huge benefits in my day-to-day state of mind, my health, and if I'm being really honest with you, I feel really good about it. But one of the areas that I'm ultimately always trying to crack is this getting consistent in different areas of my life, because I'll go through a period where I'm really consistent, but then I'll drop off. And so I'm using this challenge as a way of holding myself accountable and getting myself back on the horse. What happens when you fall off the horse? You get back on the horse and go again. I used to say that to all of my mates after we'd been drinking all night, and then we'd be feeling like shit. And it'd be about going again. And these 9 challenges. So these 9 challenges, not all of these areas of my life do I struggle, but I recognise in the men that I typically work with, are people who are constantly seeking external validation, people who avoid conflict, people who are perfectionists, people who procrastinate, people who don't get their needs met, people who are scared to ask for what they want, people who are pretending to be someone they're not in life. All of these men resemble what the book No Moment Mr. Nice Guy labels the nice guy. And the result of being this way, and this is something that I've been in my past, is that you don't get your needs met. It leads to you feeling frustrated, unfulfilled, and in my experience, feeling very mediocre, a bit like a failure at life. You do things, but you can never really fulfill your potential. And I recognise that a number of the challenges within the 9 months, 9 challenges are specifically geared to people who, by their own accord, label themselves as nice guys, who avoid conflict, seek approval, don't get their needs met because they don't ask for them, are consistently mediocre, not fulfilling their potential, and ultimately not really fulfilled in life. So let's get on to challenge number 1. Challenge number 1 is a 30-day challenge, and it's a cold shower challenge. Now, you may or may not have heard of the name Wim Hof. He's this crazy guy that they call the Iceman, and I think he's the guy who holds a record for the most amount of time in ice water going under an ice cap or something like that. And he's there's been a number of studies into this guy and his methods that he uses to actually overcome, or I think they basically injected him with some kind of like really harmful disease, and he was able to manage his mind to the point where he could prevent himself from getting ill. He's able to walk up mountains, I think it was Kilimanjaro, in a pair of shorts and nothing else. And he's an incredible guy, and he introduced the concept of basically ice baths. And so I looked at his work and I was looking at ice baths and I was like, you know what? I don't have a bath in my back garden and I don't have ice because I live in the UK. I mean, I could go to the local Tesco and get some, of course. And I thought to myself, okay, well, what's the point in this? Why are people doing this? And I started doing some research, and I've got the research down here on a bit of paper, and there's been so many case studies on ice baths, ice showers, and the impact it can have on your life, your overall wellness, and the human body. And I'm just going to read a couple of them out to you, and I'll just tell you a little bit more about what I've been doing over the last couple of months and why I'm taking it one step further in this challenge. So, cold showers are said to be able to reduce stress. Wim Hof describes this as hardening. So when you're exposed to a stressful situation, then what happens is you've hardened your body, and so you're able to keep a cool head under stress. Because what happens when you have a cold shower, initially it's a shock to the system, and it puts your body into an immediate state of stress. Your sympathetic nervous system activates, and that's the same part of the body that when you go into fight or flight, it's like that kind of response which you normally get when you're in the shower. So if you expose yourself to this over a longer period of time, you harden your body, you harden your mind, and so you're better equipped to keep a cool head under pressure or in a stressful situation. Higher alertness. It definitely wakes you up, and it definitely helps to improve your focus. Anyone who's dunked themselves in a cool pool or gone in a cold shower before, you know, it definitely gives you a higher state of alertness, but it also leads to more focus because you're more awake. You feel more alive. A more robust immune system. And this is one of the main reasons that I wanted to do this. I don't suffer from colds or flu or anything like that very regularly. But for me, I want to create a robust immune system. An immune system that, especially in a time like now, is able to deal with and fight off illness and disease. And there's certain ways I do that. You know, cold showers is going to be one of them. But the other way is being able to manage my state of mind, because disease is the result of dis-ease in the body, in the mind. And that's one thing I 100% believe. That was Dr. Wayne Dyer that came up with that. One of the reasons it builds your immune system is because it's said to increase blood cells, and these help protect against disease. Increase willpower. So it strengthens your willpower. It's kind of like what happens is you're just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want this cold shower. I really don't want to do it. But you do it anyway. And then when you do it anyway and you do things consistently, even when you don't want to do them, this increases your ability to overcome your crappy little excuses, your crappy little stories that you'll tell yourself that stop you from doing the things that you know you need to do, but you don't actually do. Here's a big one. Weight loss. Apparently, cold showers, and this is not proven by me, this is just what I read online. Apparently, cold showers can increase your metabolic rate and lead to weight loss. Now, I'm sat on my arse all day. I don't know about you in isolation right now. Or trapped in your house, you're probably stuffing your face watching Netflix. This could be something that could be quite useful for you. Weight loss. Again, it's not proven, and I've read online as well. It's important that you do exercise, I think, as well. So maybe the body coach, watch some of his stuff. He's doing live stream every day at the minute. Join in with some of his workouts. Energizes you. So again, on the lines of alertness, this is one thing that I have definitely felt. I've been practicing cold showers for around 2 months now, but I've been doing it hot to cold. So what I'll do is I'll have, like, let's say 5-10 minutes of like warm shower, and then the last kind of minute or so, minute and a half, I'll go to cold. And I've been training myself over the last few months to do that. Now I'm going to full out, straight in, cold from the offset. And you come out and basically your whole body feels energized all across your chest. You're alert. It feels like there's more increased oxygen in your body. You feel rich, and it's just this remarkable feeling of feeling energized in your body, and it's super, super powerful. I've torn the ligament in my shoulder, and I've also torn the ligament in my ankle. And in terms of like sport, they use something called cold water therapy. This is where after a football game, if you've got an injury, or even if you haven't, football players and professional athletes go into like an ice bath, or some kind of cold dunk or cold showers. And the reason they do this is because it reduces inflammation. When you get an injury, obviously the body gets inflamed, and it can help reduce inflammation. Now, there are some other benefits that I've seen online, and I haven't seen much to back this up, but because I haven't been suffering from it. Reduce anxiety, which I know a lot of people are suffering with right now. Reduce depression, which is just prolonged anxiety. Reduce pain in the body, because it acts like a local anaesthetic, a bit like when you put an ice pack on an injury, then it helps with that. It can improve well-being and generally just lead to overall happiness in your life. I think everybody wants a slice of that pie. Now, one thing I'll say before I invite you to join me, I have to say this. This is not recommended if you have some kind of existing heart condition. And if you have some kind of underlying issue, I recommend you go and speak to your doctor before you do this. I know I'm healthy, so I'm going to do this anyway. And I have to say that because I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to say this is the thing that's going to change your life, and I'm not going to say this is good for you. This is just what I've read online, and I can share with you the benefits that I've experienced so far, in the hope that it might inspire you to give it a go or try something out. Now, they did do some measurements, and they said that they've run a number of case studies on this, and kind of like 30 to 90 seconds, they did tests at each interval, and the impact it had on the body, it didn't make much of a difference whether it's 30 seconds or 90 seconds. It's more about the trigger on the body when you experience that water hitting your body and you go, so fucking cold. That's normally what happens. So here's the way I'm going to do it, and I'm going to give you a couple of options here if you want to join in. First of all, I'm going to be running this on Instagram stories. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow Maskless Men on Instagram. It's a new account that I've set up, Maskless Men, or at Maskless Men. Go to Instagram and follow me on there. I will be posting a short snippet every day of my experience, maybe talking about it. I'm not going to take you in the shower with me every day. Some people might want that. Some people might not want that. There may be a couple of clips in there, but obviously all PG and above board. So I'm going to be doing a video every day, and I'm just going to be describing the experience and things that are coming up for me, how it's making me feel, and just really creating this consistent habit that's ultimately, if it's in line with some of the benefits that I just talked about, is going to create a positive impact in my life, boost my overall well-being, and improve my health, hardening my mind and allowing me to deal with pressure and stress more efficiently. What's that, David? So glad you decided to finally join the ranks of the unwashed. That is as cold shower folk who apparently aren't as clean as those who wash with warm. I tell you what, David, I noticed something. I don't know when you joined, but I started doing showers, I think it was about a month and a half ago, where I go from hot and then I go to cold. And what I notice is, it sounds horrible, like, even though I use deodorant and I wash under my armpits, I swear to God, I smell more. It's not really that appealing, but maybe that's a thing. I'm not really sure. going back to the showers, here's what you can do. So you can either go full plunge like me, or you can go warm to cold. So you do sort of the last 30 seconds to a minute and a half, depending on how much you can take, going straight to cold. Or what you could do is start with your toe, dip your toe in, then put your hand into the shower, and then the shoulder, and then side of the neck, maybe the front, and then turn. Because I will say that the back, because it's where your spine is the most sensitive here. So you want to make that the last bit that you put in, if I'm being really honest, because that's the bit that's really going to make your sympathetic nervous system expand, go into fight or flight, and it's going to lead to your breath going. Now, a little tip here. When you're going to cold, however you decide to cold, I strongly recommend you work on your breathing. Naturally, your body is going to go into shock, fight or flight. So your breathing is going to become shallowing. You're going to feel your whole body like tense up. And you're going to want to get out of there. You're going to want to escape out of that shower. I can promise you that. So here's what I recommend. If you're joining in, follow me on Instagram, Maskless Men, @MasklessMen. What you want to do, breathe in through the stomach, into the chest, into the head, and breathe out. Suck it up like you're sucking a straw, and I would recommend you do like 10 of those breaths before you actually get in. What I then recommend you do is just about when you're about to duck your head, you take your hand like this and put it like this, and you continue to breathe. Big deep breaths, puff out, breathe out, and then go for it. When you get in there, continue to breathe. Begin to notice your body flares up, and as you breathe, you can calm your breathing down. At first it's going to be, you'll be spitting all over the place. But as you get used to it, you can just slow your breathing down, and you allow yourself to get used to the cold water. I'm not going to polish this up. It's going to be freezing. I'm not looking forward to going straight in. But I do believe that it has a lot of benefits, and it will be a lot of fun. So if you're interested, if you're up for the challenge, let me know in the comments box below, or head over to Instagram and follow me @MasklessMen, and I'll follow you back. And if you want to do a video every day and have that accountability, I'm up for that too. Just let me know in the comments box below, and I will keep you posted. I'll probably jump in here on Facebook and do some videos, maybe even share it on Facebook stories for that matter, if I can figure out how to do that. But looking forward to it. Challenge number 1 of 9 months, 9 challenges. Let's make this shit happen, and let's create some positive change in our lives. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye-bye.